Alrighty then, good afternoon to all. Thank you very much for taking the time to come onto this last session with me today. My name is Tyrell. I'm the Technical Manager at Modern OneSolve. Today we're going to be having a look at what's new in Volt and a brief touch on Fusion Lifecycle. Again, I would like to thank you all for taking time out of your day to join us on this What's New in Manufacturing and Mining. Okay, so just to really kick off with the agenda, today we're going to be having a look, like I mentioned, at some of the key features newly introduced in this year's release of Volt, and then furthermore a brief touch on PDM and PLM. So regarding those new features that have been introduced in Volt 2021, they've really focused on three key areas. Really around productivity for the CAD users, smart duplicate reduction, and more efficiency for administrators, which includes a few improvements around the deployment of Volt as well. So having a look at those categories, like we've mentioned, productivity for CAD users, there's new interoperability between Volt 2021, Inventor, Revit with workflow usability improvements. Around smart duplicate reduction, Autodesk has included a powerful geometric search feature within Volt Professional. This obviously adds more value for users through increased productivity and cost savings. And then around that last topic, which is efficiency for administrators, there's now more granularity for security settings with regards to permission settings. So we'll obviously go through these one for one. We're going to start off with productivity for CAD users and that category, and we'll have a look at some of the features around that category. So to start off with unused documentation detection, that's actually the next slide, is unused documentation. This first slide really on Volt 2021 and Inventor and Revit interoperability. So for custom fabricators that work in the building and infrastructure industry, Autodesk understands that you want to provide more value to your customers. Inventor 2021 now provides seamless integration with Revit data and maintains associative links for seamless interoperability. The Revit project can be accessed from a local file or coordinated via the cloud using Autodesk BIM 360. By that same token, Volt 2021 supports the Inventor and Revit interoperability. For example, when collaborating on civil and AEC projects, Volt 2021 can now work with Revit files that have been linked with your Inventor models from either your local network drive or via BIM 360 docs. Here's our unused documents detection. So with Volt 2021, it now helps you detect and clean up unused files that are no longer required and prevent unused files from being released. A new property has been added to help identify orphaned files. The has parent relationship property is true for files that are being used and false for files that are no longer being used. You can use this new property as a filter or in a saved search, or even during a state change to automatically archive orphaned files. The value of this property will be true as long as the file is used in any version of the parent, not only the latest version. For copy design in Volt Workgroup and Professional, rule sets are now stored on a server. This makes it possible for administrators to manage copy design rule sets globally and provide standard settings for copy design behavior. Additionally, there's new functionality in copy design, makes it possible to copy property values from the original file to any user-defined property in the new file. For example, the original part number or source drawing file. On that, many companies have strict controls over properties and standards enforcement, and there is a need to restrict the user's ability to reuse part numbers and other file properties. Administrators are now able to enforce a specific action rule set for all users. These rule sets are managed by the administrators to enforce the desired copy design behavior. Okay, on to Volt Inventor browser enhancements. So small things matter, and what looks and feels like a small improvement, in fact, can be a big deal if it simplifies your operations every day. With Volt 2021, there is now a new out-of-date filter that will appear in the Inventor's Volt browser. And when enabled, the browser filters out all out-of-date files from the tree view within Inventor, so you can quickly see what's out of date and obviously prompt you to go and find those updated files. On to engineering change order notifications, or ECO notifications. To improve communications when progressing through an engineering change order, support has been added to edit the automatically generated email template for ECOs. This gives you an easy way to customize your email template for easy follow-up. Templates are stored on the server. Additional Navisworks support. This was quite a big one. Was something that I really enjoyed seeing inside Volt. Shared views was previously not supported in Volt for Navisworks files. Now it is. Also before, if you managed Navisworks files in Volt and you didn't have the Navisworks application on your machine, you had no way to access that Navisworks file. In Volt 2021, you can now view Navisworks files and allow viewing of Navisworks files outside of the Volt with shared views. This is something that was really great, especially for me. Okay, on to the next category really, which was improvements around smart duplicate reduction. And to start off with, talking about duplicate reduction, and we'll get into something called the geometric search within Volt. I just want to go back to a new part. And, you know, when it comes to new parts, a new part is not just about the design time. You know, it's about time, the cost of documenting, validating, producing, and managing that same physical part again and again. And with the new duplicate search feature, this enables you to easily run a 3D geometric search for parts, so you don't waste time and effort documenting, releasing, managing duplicates. This feature is a huge new benefit. Autodesk included a powerful geometric search feature within the Volt to add more value to users through increased productivity here. So, for example, if you're an Inventor user and frustrated with data duplication issues in your company, imagine the value of running a search on a part that doesn't rely on a part number or a part name. So what duplicate search does is use geometry to show you all the duplicate parts in your Volt. So you can reuse the correct part, delete duplicates, and save thousands in wasted time and effort. Volt 2021's duplicate dashboard gives you the ability to create and export a report on duplicate part files. And again, I'm not talking about duplicate names here, I'm talking about duplicate geometry. The dashboard can show you a ratio of duplicate parts in your Volt and help you identify and reduce those duplicates. The duplicate search and duplicates dashboard are features that will save you a lot of time. I truly believe that, and I do think it's worth exploring in Volt Professional. I have got a short overview video of this new duplicate search feature within Volt Professional. And just on a side note, even though it is new in 2021, it was actually first introduced in 2020.2, which was towards the end of last year. Let me go ahead and play on this video for you quick.
Like an image search, but for your 3D components, Volt Duplicate Search smartly compares 3D shapes within the thousands of CAD files that you have within your database. You know you can reduce design and development time by reusing existing parts, but finding an appropriate part in your database can be challenging when you only have a file name or some metadata to search on. Duplicate parts in your engineering supply chain can cost your company thousands of dollars in redundant design, documentation, approval, release, and data management rework. Duplicate Search in Autodesk Volt Professional is a new subscription feature that helps you to reveal where duplicate parts exist in your designs, to save you time and money and increase standardization across your company. In this example, we can see a new design that's not yet been checked into Volt. As we run a duplicate search, Volt is queried for components that match the geometry of our existing design. If we see a part that looks like a good match, we can replace the part within our designs with an existing file from Volt. When we're confident that we're not introducing new duplicates to Volt, we can check the design in. As we check in the design, Volt will scan the new parts we've introduced and add them to the duplicate index. But how can we detect existing duplicates in Volt? The new duplicates dashboard gives us an overview of the number of potential duplicates we have in our Volt. We can now create a duplicate report and begin assessing how we can add value to our business by removing duplicates from the database. Duplicate search in Autodesk Volt Professional helps you to reduce design time and downstream part management costs to your company by allowing you to search your Volt for matching 3D shapes.
Fantastic. Okay, so moving on to the second area, which is really around more efficient, sorry, the third area, which is really around more improvement and efficiency for administrators. Let's have a look at going over some of those features that have been improved or enhanced in that section. So Volt 2021 allows more granularity within the security model and minimizes deployment and maintenance downtime. So a quick rundown on where we'll find these capabilities and efficiency for administrators is around restricting a file download access, audit logs, hide disabled users and groups, being able to resize security dialogues, easily identify if a user is logged in with admin access or admin rights, flexible instance name, and I'll touch on that just now. Purge historical data, which is quite a nice one that came through. Maybe just on purging of historical data. So previously we could only purge new iterations of the file, not historical iterations of that file when we made changes to the purge rules. So now we can purge historical data based on those new rules as well. And then there's also an option for quick file store validation. I'll touch on some of these in a little bit more detail in the next few slides. Going through to the security model. Object-based, lifecycle, state-based security and custom roles now include this download permission and a list option for folder security settings where the folder contents are displayed to support navigation, but file download is forbidden. So previously, any user or group with the read permission inside Volt could download the file. Now it's possible to grant user access to read the folder content, the file properties or metadata, see where it's being used, while still preventing them from actually downloading that file or that content. This capability opens new channels of collaboration workflows within other departments, sites, and with external partners. So, for example, in this diagram, if you have a look at Team 1, Team 1 has access to read and download all the files, while Team 2 has access to read the files in folder A, but no access to download them. And then the shop floor worker has access to read files in folder A and folder B, but no access to download them either. Okay. So what does this change mean to your existing environment? So those that have already implemented Volt, well, now your data in Volt has a new download permission available. Any existing access control will now just include that download permission. Moving on to audit logs. Audit logs have been enhanced to track real downloads only. For example, if we use get, open, if we're viewing data, if we are inserting into the CAD, utilizing something like pack and go, sending files, and shared views, those would be recorded in this audit log. There is a new user interface setting to turn logging for downloads on and off, and a separate audit log for operations that download files and operations that delete files. On this, just something to mention over here is operations like copy design, checkout, undo checkout, edit properties. these don't require and therefore won't be tracked in those audit logs. Vault can now connect to a SQL database instance not named Autodesk Vault. There are a couple of use cases over here. So previously, when we set up SQL instances, we had to set them up with Autodesk Vault names. Going forward, they've taken that away, so there's no need to set up that Autodesk Volt instance with that particular name. And the use cases around here is where, when we have several Vault servers residing in the same IT infrastructure. Another use case might be where there are separate development and quality assurance environments that's running a mirror image of a production Vault. Another use case might be where we have several Vault server versions within the same SQL server, or perhaps naming conventions around SQL and its instance that must be kept for company standards or procedures. So there are a few use cases around there, and that just aids in a bit more flexibility around Vault's deployment. Okay, so to recap on some of those features that I have gone through, there is a little video I'd like to play just so you can see how those all behave in action.
Autodesk Volt 2021 continues to offer additional value and insights into your data directly in response to your feedback through the Autodesk community. For Volt customers who are coordinating on civil and AEC projects, Volt 2021 now supports management of Revit files that have been linked into your Inventor models from your local network drive or via BIM 360 docs. For large model design coordination, Navisworks files will now show a preview in Volt and can be used to create shared views. For Volt administrators, a new option helps you to distinguish when you're logged in as an admin by allowing you to set the color of the status bar inside the Volt client. To improve communications when progressing through an engineering change order, support has been added to edit the automatically generated email template for ECOs. For copy design in Volt Workgroup and Professional, rule sets are now stored on the server. This makes it possible for admins to manage copy design rule sets globally and provide standard settings for copy design behavior. Additionally, new functionality in copy design makes it possible to copy property values from the original file to any user-defined property in a new file. For example, the original part number or source drawing file. Security settings in Volt 2021 receive an extra option to help you manage reading and downloading of files. This option makes it possible for users to read information about the file without needing permission to download the file itself. For Volt users, a new property has been added to help identify orphaned files. The has parent property is true for files that are being used and false for files that are no longer being used. You could use this property as a filter or in a saved search or during a state change to automatically archive orphaned components. In prior releases, changes to the Purge control for lifecycle states would only apply to new file versions. There is now a new option to apply Purge control changes to historical data as well. And first seen in Volt 2020.2, duplicate search in Volt 2021 helps you to identify duplicate parts by comparing your Inventor model with your vaulted data to help you identify duplicates before checking files into Volt. And a new duplicates dashboard with the ability to create and export a report to help you clean up duplicated part files already in your Vault. Autodesk Volt 2021 continues to build on your feedback from live events, Autodesk ideas, and the Volt beta community with these usability improvements.
Cool. So some cool stuff that's come through inside Volt 2021. Let's move on to the next portion, which is really around PDM and PLM and why would we consider combining them. So we'll have a brief look at this quick. So today's manufacturing world demands a platform that integrates both product data management with product lifecycle management. And just so you're on the same page, let's quickly define these two solutions. Product data management software, Autodesk Volt, is used to manage engineering data. It handles models, drawings, assemblies with metadata and related libraries. It's owned by engineering and integrated with the CAD interface. On the other hand, product lifecycle management software, Autodesk Fusion, manages the entire end-to-end product lifecycle from early concept through engineering to production to services. It connects people, data, processes, and systems to provide transparency and traceability. PDM and PLM come down to three things really: data, people, and process. PDM is managing data, the files, and the metadata that make up the source code for your product, while PLM helps with people and process challenges that your engineering and non-engineering staff have while developing the product and maintaining standard procedures. With both tools together, you have a fully connected data management strategy. This allows you to have the latest product design at hand at any time. Instant visualization within the browser is possible thanks to integrated viewers, which provides measurement, sectioning, and exploded views. And we also have the option of connecting all engineering disciplines. Configurable online forms with integrated document management replace mails and paper forms and make information accessible to anyone. Access permission, form validation, and change logs provide both visibility and quality of data. Configurable online workflows drive collaboration of stakeholders. Activities can be scheduled by milestones to enable automatic reminders. Dedications and automatic escalations prevent delays in process execution. And when delays do happen, you can react to them properly and on time. So what can you expect from a fully integrated PLM and PDM strategy? Well, in short, a single clean system for viewing product data across the enterprise, a unification of all the data, people, processes, and systems that make up your business, process improvements in operations, manufacturing and design, reducing of scrap, rework, and labor to maximize product margins. Design and manufacturing teams thrive in a culture of continuous improvement. Digitalization of processes from NPI or new product introduction through development and expansion of change management to the complete product record keeps design and manufacturing teams in sync. Operations, manufacturing, quality, and engineering can work together proactively. So Autodesk Volt PLM brings together PDM and PLM in one integrated system, giving you a collaborative design process and bi-directional information sharing for all involved in the product lifecycle, from engineering and supply chain to quality and manufacturing, everyone working from a central source of data. Efficiently collaborate on all your projects, from combining work across disciplines, reviewing designs, and delivering data to downstream stakeholders and customers. Speed up your product development process. What I've got next over here for you is just a short customer video where Volt PLM is being utilized, which is combining the PDM from Volt with the PLM from Fusion Lifecycles.
The equipment that we sell is used to produce materials like coffee that people drink, cereal that people eat, icing sugar that's on cakes, and pharmaceutical tablets that people take. Document control, revision control, and change management, that's one of the major challenges that we have these days.
The importance of having documentation that is the correct revision is critical to the business. If an engineer is working to the wrong or incorrect revision, then it can be potentially catastrophic to the business.
Without Autodesk controlling all our documentation, I mean, a horror story could be a scenario where we finished a drawing, we send it out to manufacture. The following day, that drawing is then changed. 2 or 3 weeks down the line, the equipment comes into our shop floor and it's to the wrong drawing. We use Inventor, Product Design Suite, Volt work group for our document management and document control, and then ultimately we send all our approved documentation to Fusion Lifecycle. The benefits of the Autodesk Volt connection and Fusion Lifecycle is that we use the Volt work group to have all our work in progress documentation in that area. The documents are then approved and released to our Fusion Lifecycle site, which means then that effectively we've got a work in progress where we know all our work in progress documentation is, and we've got an area where our release documentation is.
The Autodesk Volt product and Fusion Lifecycle integration removes a lot of blind spots from the business, where an engineer would keep hold of a document potentially longer than they should have. Now, because it's generated as a PDF and pushed up to Fusion Lifecycle, it can be viewed in the cloud from anywhere in the world.
The collaboration within our company is very important because we have an engineering department, sales department, after sales, which are all in various stages of the project themselves. The beauty of Volt means that all the documentation is in the one place. We know exactly who's working on what document and whereabouts in the system it is. So the actual Volt product itself and the Autodesk products do help in the collaboration within the organisation immensely.
I think what Autodesk did was really open our eyes to how we design things and how we can link the design and the manufacture process. Typically we would design something, this would come from a conceptual design, then it would go into detailed design, then it would pass for a group of people to look at how it can manufacture it. Where we had almost silos of activity going forward, we now actually have a much more combined operation.
Fantastic. So that there brings us out to a close. As before, guys, if there are any questions, if you can, please type those out inside the chat box. I'm actually just going to open up my chat on this side just so I can see if there are any questions that have come through. There's a question here from Pumlani. Can it prevent file printing too? And I'm assuming that he is referring most likely to the duplicates portion. Pumlani, no, it wouldn't stop printing of a document. I'm assuming that that's what you're referring to. What I will do though, I see you did make a comment saying that you'd be off at 3 and we have gone on 3 right now. So let me get hold of you afterwards, perhaps tomorrow, just to get some clarity on that question. And then I can also answer that for you as well. I see we have another question that's come through. Guys, you can publish these questions to everybody if you like. Alternatively, if you're not comfortable, you're more than welcome to send them to me anonymously. I see another one came through. How is a PLM system different from an ERP system? Well, while an ERP focuses on business execution processes, such as inventory, financials, logistics, PLM or product lifecycle management focuses on everything about your product. So from the concept through to engineering to production, and it provides processes that connect everyone involved in the product lifecycle to that central source of information. Okay, any more questions? Okay. Okay, you're already using Volt. Why should you be using a PLM? Okay, so again, PLM or product lifecycle management helps build a solid foundation of efficient, repeatable processes with automation and other efficiency boosting capabilities that extend really, it really extends the value of your data in the Vault to your broader organization, to the other members involved in the product lifecycle, including your supply chain. Okay, all right, guys, I don't see any more questions coming through. From my side, I'd like to say thank you very much. I thoroughly enjoyed this week. It was stressful at times, but it was really good fun. As always, if there is anything that we can help you with or assist you with, or if you'd like any more information on anything that we've covered in any one of the presentations, please don't hesitate to get into contact with us. And I wish you all a fantastic week and hope that you have all gained something from these sessions that we've had. From myself and everyone at OneSolve, thank you very much and have a great day.